What's up, y'all? It's December. My last video, I killed my first Georgia buck in November. I processed him myself, and I had some lean ground venison that I had put in the freezer. And one of my favorite ways to make venison recipes is through chili. And today I'm going to be cooking the meat eater venison chili recipe. I've got all the ingredients lined out in front of me. Typically, I like to use as many ingredients that I can grow myself in terms of vegetables. Unfortunately, I've already eaten all the onions from my garden this year, but these poblanos are from my garden, so super excited at the very least to use my own venison and my own peppers in this recipe. So stay tuned, let's see how it turns out. Alright, so the first step here is we're going to be browning some lean ground venison I have from the deer of this past year, about 2 1/4 pounds. And I'm going to be seasoning it liberally with salt and some pepper, and then afterwards setting that to the side. Alright, so the first thing the recipe calls for is we're going to brown this lean venison. Before I got in the pot, I've seasoned it really well with salt and pepper. And now we're just going to brown it for 6 to 8 minutes and then set it to the side. We're going to put the onions and poblanos back into the pan. We just took the venison off. This will be the final step before we put it into the crock pot for the last 2 hours. Alright, so one thing I'm going to change different from the way that they do it on the Meat Eater cookbook is instead of doing it entirely in a Dutch oven or in a big skillet on the stovetop, I'm going to try to use my crock pot because I'm lazy. I don't feel like messing with it for a long time. We're going to stick it in here and let it roll. So first we're going to put in the venison and then the rest of the ingredients. So one thing I'm going to do before putting the beans, tomato puree, and game stock in is I'm going to put my seasonings over the meat, onions, and poblanos I put into my crock pot. That's going to be chili powder, cumin, oregano, and garlic. I'm going to put that right in the pot, mix it up really, really good, and then I'll put the rest of the ingredients in afterwards. Alright, so now that we've mixed up the venison, the poblano peppers, onions with all the seasonings like I want them to, we're going to take the game stock, which I'm substituting with chicken stock, which is from Swanson, tomato puree, as well as I'm going to be using pinto beans for the chili, and then we're going to put it into the crock pot and just let it sit for about 2 hours before we eat. Alright guys, the chili has been simmering on low for about 2 hours. So let's check it out and see how it looks. Alright, so no chili in my mind is complete without a little cheese. We got some 4-cheese Mexican cheese that we use for tacos and everything sitting in the fridge. Grab this and we're going to put a little cheese on top, and then we're going to enjoy an awesome meal with me and my fiance, and I think it's turned out really good. So stay tuned for more cooking videos and let me know if you have any questions or comments down below.